Hey guys, well, Grand Rising, because it's the morning time. It's probably like 6 o'clock right now, y'all. But I get up early. No, it's probably like 4 or 5. I don't remember, but probably 6. I get up early. I just posted me a video the other day or yesterday, because I don't know when I'm going to post this video, but I just posted me a video last night. So basically, what's on my mind right now, I just kind of been just just ready to put out the content, ready to record that video. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Period. Go ahead, support your girl. Y'all, this what I feel like. This my take. Y'all know I gotta get my little 2 cents. This my take on the whole parents or kids going no contact with their parents, right? I feel like our parents is mad, right? So the generation that came before us, or my generation, they're mad because a lot of children, adult children, is decided to go no contact with their family. They feel offended. This is why I feel like they feel offended by that, right? Because I feel like my mom and my dad was raised by toxic and abusive parents. And so when it happened to them, they made excuses and they wanted to honor some fake code that even though a family member abused you, misused you, manipulated you, tried to keep you stuck, you're supposed to still keep them around. That's what my family did. That's what my dad did. That's what my mom did. Now, unfortunately, my grandmother did pass away. Let me tell y'all, the more and more I get older, I realize my mom ain't put me on game about nothing for real. The only thing, like the only dating advice my mom ever gave me was, you need you a man with some money. You need to date somebody with some money. Like, and if she did give me any other dating advice, it went in one ear out the other. So it shows how much important it was because I didn't remember it. But the only thing I remember her telling me, you need to get with somebody with some money. Now, this is what obviously, if you gonna be with a man, he better have money. He better have money. That's the bare minimum. He better have it, right? But my thing was, I saw what my mama was going through. During my childhood, my mama would tell me that she only was with my dad for his money. She would say that like it would be me and her in the car and it just be us. And she would tell me like, yeah, I'm just with your dad for his money. I don't really love your dad. Now, I don't know how true that was because when they separated, my mama was being thirsty to run her behind back around there. Like, I think my mom even cooked for my dad for Thanksgiving after my dad completely cut us off. Hold on, nah, because I'm having a flashback. I just had a flashback, y'all. When my dad had first put me, my brother, and my mom out, right? Me, my mom, and my brother was living in a hotel for like probably a little over a month because my mom had to find her own place. Excuse me, y'all. My mom had to find her own place, and it took her like a month. By the grace of God, it didn't take longer. God is so good, so I appreciate that. But my mom had ended up getting her a place, and then we had moved in. So she started buying furniture and stuff, making her home homey. And I just remember it was getting close around Thanksgiving. And my mom, she was like, oh, y'all, I'm going over to y'all dad's house. I'm finna cook him a meal, da-da-da. And, of course, she would let us know that we wasn't, like, basically my dad didn't want nothing to do with us. Like, and my mom had said this out her own mouth. Dad, she was like, yeah, y'all dad don't really want nothing else to do with y'all. He wrote y'all out the will. When my dad went no contact with the family and he kicked everybody out, so when he kicked me, my mom, and my brother out, months later, apparently, allegedly, my dad sent a letter telling us that he wrote us out his will and that everything was going to go to his parents and that he wasn't going to be celebrating any holidays and birthdays with us or nothing like that. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When the letter was sent, I was gone. My mom had kicked me out. So my mom, we all lived in a hotel for a month. My mom got her own crib, and I think in 2 months, like 2 months after living with her, she had kicked me out. She had kicked me out. I hope my mama don't have to be homeless like how I was. Cause I'm not gonna lie. That was very, very hard. And I feel like people be forgetting that because of I made it out. It didn't kill me. So I feel like when something don't kill you, people start to feel like, well, maybe it's not that bad. It's not good. So I hope my mom prays and repents, and that she don't end up in no position where people is trying to trick her out her spot or trying to do her like how she did me. Because no one deserves to go through that. No one deserves to be at home and then before they know it, they don't have no home no more. Nobody deserves to be at their crib, especially where they pay it. If you paying money, nobody deserves to be walking around their crib and have to risk being put out in the middle of the night so spontaneous just because you got into it with a family member, just because you got into an argument, disagreement. Now all of a sudden you're homeless. She better hope she never got to deal with that. Because a lot of times, if you live long enough, you will see what goes around comes around. And one thing my mama taught me growing up, she used to speak this over us all the time. What's done in the dark comes to light. What's done in the dark comes to light. My mom used to say that to me all the time. It's almost as if she forgot that applied to her too. What's done in the dark comes to light. No matter how much time you felt like went by, no matter how much you thought like, oh, ain't nobody gonna say nothing, like that's so old. What's done in the dark will come to light. And so with that being said, I hope my mom don't never have to go through that. I hope don't nobody ever have to go through that, because that is a sickening feeling to know that you could be living with your family and they'll just up and put you out. Like, that's crazy. And then they was already premeditating on it, because my brother told me when he had came over to my apartment, my brother told me that my mama already was plotting on that. He said, well, actually, she came and asked me if she should put you out. And I told her that y'all relationship ain't gonna get better under the same roof. So basically, that's him agreeing that, yeah, she should have put me out. So with that being said, I just pray for them. Even my brother, because my brother, he's still young. He better hope don't nobody ever do him like that, because I'm telling you, that's a life or death situation right there. It was times I was outside. I didn't always have people to call on or places to go. It was times I was outside. So I pray for them. I don't even wish what they put on me. I don't even wish that back to them. I just know how life worked though. And I know that you're going to have to basically put up with what you put other people through. You're going to have to deal with it. But anyways, that's besides the point, y'all. My mom had told us, the Thanksgiving after my dad had cut everybody off, my mom went over there and cooked for my dad, y'all. My mom used to tell me and my brother, when we first got kicked out, she would say, I could have stayed at the house if I wanted to. Y'all dad wanted y'all gone. Y'all dad didn't want me gone. I could still be at the house. I remember we was at the hotel. My mama kept saying this. My mama kept saying this. She was like, yeah, y'all dad, he wanted y'all gone, but I could still be there. I only left because I wanted to make sure y'all was good, because y'all dad don't want nothing else to do with y'all. Y'all dad's completely done. My mom, I don't know if she don't remember this or whatever, because she swears she don't be remembering stuff. I don't know if she remember that, but y'all, that says a lot. Because instead of you trying to be there for your children, instead of you trying to comfort your children, after the father you chose for them abandoned them, right? You just keep reiterating this fact that our dad didn't want nothing to do with us, but she could have stayed. Who cares? The man was degrading you anyway, and he was using you as a maid. That man was using my mama as a maid, a child bearer, a cleaner, and she was going to work. I'll be darned if I live in a house with a man and I'm cleaning up almost every day and I'm taking care of his kids. I'm not going to work. I'm not. He gonna have to make enough money for the both of us. I'm not going to work. Being somebody's wife, I'm not going to work. I used to watch my mom get up and work. At one point, she worked 2 jobs, almost 3. I'm not doing that. So it's if you keep bragging about the fact that that man kicked the kids out that you risk your life to have, because I feel like the way the man feel about the kids, he feel like that about the mom too. So if a man could just treat your kids like they're nothing, he would treat you like you're nothing. That's why he moved on and married a Hispanic woman now. And she sat up there and kept reiterating that to us, how much our dad didn't want us, but he wanted her. You think that's a flex that you had kids with a man that will put a woman over his kids that he chose to have? Y'all chose to have these kids. Y'all chose to have us. And knowing my mom, because my mom said that she had a miscarriage, so it was supposed to be 3 of us, allegedly. I still feel like they would have stopped at 2. But apparently we were supposed to have like an older brother or somebody. I don't know. But my mom had a miscarriage. So I'm knowing for a fact you prayed for us. You prayed to have kids. You did. I know you did. You prayed to have kids. Other people, you probably asked other people to pray over you. You prayed to have kids. You prayed to have kids just to turn around and treat your kids like they're nothing. Just to turn around and try to have them work for you. Just to turn around and spend their money. I know my mama ain't had no good intentions when she had kids. My mama had kids to keep them in. She had kids for an image. And she had kids for somebody to take care of her when she got old. Because she didn't want to go in no nursing home. She kept stressing, I don't want to go in no nursing home. Well, I don't know. Because I know I ain't finna take care of her. So hopefully, you know, she nice to my brother. And she done started treating my brother better, which I doubt that. And she better hope my brother take care of her, because a lot of times these men, it be the daughters taking care of these moms. It do. It be the daughters taking care of these moms, because these daughters are nurturing. These daughters have been probably like second mothers. So the daughter is going to really know how to take care of the mom in the way that she needs. So the fact that my mama treated me the way she did and then turn around and expected me to take care of her, you won't see it. You won't see it. Not in this lifetime. You won't see it. When I was living with you and you just put me out like that, bet. Like, now, okay, so what if she with me and I just put her out? I just leave her somewhere. Exactly. That wouldn't be right. So if I can't do the same stuff to you that you did to me, I don't want you around me, period. Because they're going to say I'm wrong. Yeah, but not for real though. My mama kept reiterating this fact that my daddy ain't want us. And it's like, girl, do you want a cookie? You think that is something that's like a badge of honor that y'all had these kids, and like now all of a sudden this man just wants to abandon his kids. Only thing you care about is whether or not you still feel wanted by bro. Who cares? And it was so funny because I felt like this. I felt like my mama should have went and got therapy. I feel like she should have went and got counseling. Because for you to be in that marriage and to have 2 children, and when them children get to a certain age, their dad turns their back on them and he push you down and tell you to leave with him. Now you in the hotel room with us, keep telling us. I don't want to hear that. I don't care about that. I know y'all piss poor parents. That's some piss poor parent stuff. That's some pissy poor parent stuff. And I know kids that was raised in poverty. And their parents still love them more than my parents love me. Their parents still would never turn their back on them the way my parents did me. So whole time my mama in a hotel room with me and my brother. And then it's so crazy because when all that stuff went down, y'all, me and my brother went to our friends. We went to go hang out with our friends. I know I went to go smoke. It felt so good to smoke and just decompress and finally relax from all that stuff we was being put through. And so I remember I was sitting up there with my friend. We were smoking. And I got a call from my mom. So I answered the phone. I'm like, hey, Mom. This was when we were still staying in the hotel. We probably had just moved in. I don't remember. So my mom, she on my phone like,
I can't believe y'all left me. How could y'all leave me, y'all mom? Y'all gonna leave y'all mom?
So then that's how my mom on the phone. So me, I was so freaking dumb back then. So me, I stop what I'm doing. I tell my friend, I'm like, hey, look, I gotta go see about my mom. And I left where I was comfortable at to go pull back up at that hotel to go be with my mom. I'll never forget this. Same time as I'm pulling up, my brother pulling up too. We looking at each other. We shocked because we trying to figure out what's going on with my mom. Like, why she call us frantic like that? Like, and then she talking about we just left her. Like, what she mean? Y'all, we get in that hotel room. We got to talking to my mom. Well, first of all, when my mama seen me pull up, and I think I was probably trying to talk to her too. I was like, Mom, are you okay? Well, I swear to God, y'all, My mama gave me the nastiest look and she rolled her eyes at me. Like she was trying to fake act like so upset with me because me and my brother went to go be with our friends where we felt comfortable at. We was with our mama all day. Unless she had to go to work. We spent time with my mom. We spent a lot of time with my mom. Didn't I just tell you she kept reiterating the fact that our dad did not want us anymore? So we spent time with my mom. Like, so I felt like we definitely deserve to be able to spend time with our friends. We definitely deserve to be in a comfort space, in a comfort zone. And my mom was upset. My mom did not have no friends. My mom did not have no family. If it wasn't me and my brother supporting her, being there for her, my mom ain't had nobody. She tried to punish us for that. That's why I'm so glad my mom put me out, bro. She really tried to punish us for that. She got upset because we was with our friends. That's why she called and made it seem like we was doing something to her. And that's another thing I didn't like. When my mom would feel some type of way or when she would realize her bad decisions is catching up to her, because, bam, how is you 40, 50, you don't have no friends? You don't have nobody that trusts you? Nobody you trust? You ain't met no good people. None. You ain't met no good people. That's weird. I don't care. That's weird. And my mama would crave friends too. She not even the type that don't want friends. My mama would crave friends. She just couldn't maintain friendships. I was growing up, I seen my mama go through friendships because my mom was a fake friend. She was not no good friend. My mom was the type of person, she would compare herself to you. If she got a friend or a friend group, she compare herself to everybody in the friend group. She want to be the best. She want to look good. It was times my mom would come home from work. She'll tell me, yeah, because I'm finna get small. Because in my friend group, I'm the big girl out the group. And I'm finna get small. They feel like I'm not no competition with them. And da-da. Why are you talking like this about your friends, that the people that you say you like? And then why are you talking about you're not competition in the friend group? Ma'am, aren't you a married woman? Why would you even care if you any type of competition between them finding a man and you're not? My mama was very weird. My mama did not know how to be a friend. She didn't know how to be a friend. She was too jealous. She was too envious. And she gonna compare herself to you. And that's nobody's fault but hers. Then nobody asked you to compare yourself to me. So yeah, my mama could not hold no type of bonds, no type of relationships, none of that. So when my dad put everybody out and me and my brother went to our friends to go decompress and hang out, my mom was mad because she was all by herself and she couldn't handle it. She could not handle it. She called our phone and act like we did something to her. We ain't do nothing to her. Tell me, y'all left me, y'all abandoned me. Ma'am, you left me, you abandoned me too. You don't like when it's you, right? You like when you the one doing it to everybody, but you don't like when it's you. Okay, respect. It's actually no respect. I don't respect it. But yeah, y'all. So we got back to the hotel room. After a while, my mom was fake acting like she was mad at us. And so then we had started talking. We had small talk and stuff. And like I said, kept telling us about our dad. But yeah, I feel like our parents, like, if you don't want no context or you been thinking about it, this why they mad. They mad because they still, quote unquote, honor their father and their mother. Honoring somebody does not mean lying and moving past what they did without addressing it or holding them accountable. That's not honoring nothing. You can't honor nothing with lies. You can't honor nothing with resentment. You know, you can't honor nothing with disrespect. And that's so disrespectful, not to the parents, but to themselves. Like, I feel like that's so disrespectful to my mom to go through the stuff. Because let me tell y'all, my mom didn't even tell me the stuff that happened between her and my grandma. My brother had to come and tell me. It was one day my brother came and told me. He was like, yeah, mom had went through stuff with her mom. And basically, allegedly, this how I remember it. I could be wrong, but this how I remember. It was one time my brother had told me that, I guess when my mama was younger, like when she was a child, and maybe she partied on herself or something, my grandma used to put her in a tub with boiling hot water. Now, I don't know how true that is, like I said, because that sounds crazy. But I don't know. But my mom didn't even come to me and share with me the stuff that she went through with her mom. As far as I know, when my grandma passed away, I was young. But I was still old enough to remember. Like, I remember seeing her in the hospital, and I remember giving her a kiss. And when my grandma would come up in conversations, my mom would just be like, oh, I loved I love my mom, and me and my mom had a best, like, me and my mom was best friends. Like, she would just say stuff like that. But if they was really that tight and their relationship was really that good, she could have shared with me the ups and downs that they had, because obviously I know that no relationship is perfect. If I probably would have had more understanding for her. I'm still kind of glad things turned out the way they did, because like I said, at the end of the day, even if I did hear all the stuff that my mom went through with my grandma, and if I had understanding for her, that would not benefit me, because when I did still had grace to give in our connection and our relationship, my mom just took it and she kind of threw it in my face. And she kind of like, the more that I cared about my mom, the more that she would hurt me. Like, she just would like that she had, like, oh, if she cared about how I feel, I could make her feel bad. Like, that's kind of how my mom was. And I feel like it's because she felt bad about herself. And so with that being said, I just really wish like my mom would have opened up and like talked to me and kind of put me on game about a lot of stuff. She would put me on game about certain stuff, like how to not get abducted and stuff. But as far as life and just even with relationships, like she'd tell me she was married. Okay, so she did mention this, I think, like once or twice, that she was married before my dad. But she never even told me how that relationship ended. She never even told me like what happened. Like, she could have put me on game about a lot of stuff, because my mom was like, she went through a lot of stuff and she made it out through a lot of stuff too. So I really respect her, commend her for that. But I just ain't respect the fact that she ain't respect me as her daughter, because I feel like if she is someone deserving of respect, then that person's offspring also is deserving of respect. So I ain't really like that. I ain't like that. And I feel like, and then my dad too, like my dad grew up with toxic parents too. Like my grandma on my dad's side and my grandpa on my dad's side, it was some stuff going on. I believe it was SA going on within the household. If you don't know what SA is, that is sexual. I'm going to put it on the screen. But I believe it was all kinds of crazy, wild stuff going on in that trailer or in that house, wherever they was living at the time or whatever. My dad went through some stuff with his parents too, and he was the same way. Like, he would speak on some of the stuff that he went through with them. Like when he had went off the war or something, like he went into the military, and then my grandma and my grandpa spent all his money. And then when he came back and tried to press them, my grandpa had gotten between them and threatened to like do something to my dad. But y'all spent that man money. Like, I don't care. That would piss me off. Like, I wish my grandma and my grandpa was watching this. Because that pissed me off. Y'all gonna try to really get mad at this man. Y'all spend his money, and then that's y'all's son, and y'all had him in poverty his whole life. Y'all had this man in poverty his whole life. And he did not get mad at y'all like that. He did not cut y'all off because of that. He still loved y'all, still poured into y'all. He was still helping them. Because I remember growing up, he would help them, send them money. You feel me? And we barely even knew our grandparents like that. Anyway. And so I really think that's crazy that when he was younger and he went off to the military to make some of himself, y'all sat up there and spent that man money, bro. There's no excuses for that. And my grandpa was very much wrong. Because it's like, you going to step in between them because you know you was spending that money too. Yeah, you felt some type of way. You didn't want him standing up for himself because y'all was both taking advantage of y'all kids. That's sad. That's very sad. Period. Anyway, yeah, so now our parents is mad because they feel like they went through all that stuff with their parents and they were still loyal to them and didn't talk bad about them and still allowed them in their life and in their business. So they thought that basically when they had kids, it was going to be their turn. No, it's not. No, it's not. It ends with me. It is with me. It's not your turn to sit up on a pedestal and act like you were the best mom or the best dad ever when you know you could have been better. Facts. That is not respected. I'm not about to do that. They really thought, oh, like it's my turn. My kids aren't going to cut me off because I didn't cut my parents off. Y'all are definitely cut off. And then it's crazy because, like I said, my family turned their back on me first. They just thought that I didn't have it in me to get on my feet and to be by myself. They didn't think I had it in me. But I do. I still got it in me. I always had it in me. And that's why they hated me. And that's why they would rather kick out their youngest daughter and then not kick out their oldest son, but The only time they'll kick him out is if they was kicking me out too. But I would have to get kicked out by myself. I was the youngest daughter. The youngest. I mean, I only had a brother. It was only 2 of us, but still, the youngest. And I was a girl. They tried to endanger me. You know what type of stuff happened to people who are without a home? They get RAPE. They get BEATUP. My bad, y'all. I'm used to spelling stuff out. But anyway. Yeah, y'all. That was really crazy. Like, that really blew me. Like, it's not y'all turn. It's not y'all turn. I'm not, no. Yeah, y'all really thought I was finna come back and take care of y'all. Who? I'm about to go get some money. Y'all thought I was about to come back and take care of y'all. I'm getting money. Stupid. Yeah, like. And it's like, shout out to everybody, though. Shout out to everybody at the end of the day, because we all doing what we want to do. Period. But yeah, I'm not going to ramble any longer in this video. This is a good video, like I already know. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you in my next video.